The 1943 copper Lincoln cent is technically classified as an off-metal transition error. To understand the value, we must look at the technical specifications. A standard 1943 cent is made of zinc-coated steel and weighs 2.7 grams. However, the rare copper error weighs exactly 3.11 grams. This weight difference is the primary technical indicator for authentication. Now, let's break down the market value based on professional grading scales. In a lower circulated grade, like about uncirculated 50, this coin has a market value exceeding $100,000. As we move up the Sheldon scale to mint state 63 or 64, the price trajectory shifts dramatically toward the mid-six-figure range. The historical auction data confirms this. In 2010, a Denver mint specimen, the only one known to exist from that branch, sold for a staggering $1.7 million in a private sale. More recently, Philadelphia mint versions in high-grade condition have consistently hammered at auctions for between $200,000 and $350,000. The value is driven by extreme scarcity. Numismatists estimate that only 20 to 40 examples exist across all mint marks. When analyzing this coin, you must verify the date's font style and the physical properties of the metal. If it passes the magnet test and shows a 3.11 gram mass, you are looking at one of the most significant financial assets in the history of the United States Mint. This is not just a coin, it is a high-value investment-grade rarity. The 1933 British penny is a masterpiece of numismatic rarity. From a technical standpoint, the Royal Mint records show that while no pennies were struck for general circulation, a small batch of proof and currency patterns were produced. The market demand for this specific year is unprecedented. In 2016, a specimen sold at a heritage auction for £72,000, and since then, the valuation for an MS-grade example has climbed above the $100,000 mark. The reason for this valuation is the mintage figure. Experts believe only 7 specimens exist in total. 3 are in museums, leaving only 4 potentially available for private collectors. If a new, undocumented 1933 penny were to enter the market today, the starting bid at any major auction house would likely exceed $150,000. It remains the benchmark of British copper rarity. The 1974 aluminum cent represents a unique case in the numismatic market due to its legal status and rarity. Struck with a 0.9 gram weight, this coin was an experimental alternative to the copper-zinc composition. While the official mintage was over 1.5 million units, the entire production was ordered to be destroyed by the government. The few surviving examples are currently valued by experts at approximately $2 million. However, because the U.S. Mint considers these coins government property, they rarely appear at public auctions. The last known specimen, found in the possession of a Mint official's son, was appraised at 7 figures before being surrendered. From an investment perspective, this is a non-tradable rarity, but its historical value makes it one of the most expensive pieces of metal ever struck by the Philadelphia Mint. Now, we analyze one of the most famous error coins in the history of the United States Mint, the 1969 S double-die Obverse Lincoln cent. This coin is a high-value numismatic asset due to a major production error at the San Francisco Mint. From a technical perspective, you must look for a sharp, clear doubling of the letters in the phrases "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." It is crucial to distinguish this from machine doubling. In a genuine 1969 S double die, the doubling is on the die itself, meaning the secondary image is raised and distinct. Let's look at the market performance and auction records for this rarity. In 2008, a specimen graded by PCGS as Mint State 64 Red sold for an incredible $126,500. Even in lower grades, such as AU58, the market value consistently remains between $35,000 and $50,000. The scarcity is extreme, with only about 3,000 to 4,000 estimated to exist, but far fewer in high-grade condition. If you find this coin, do not clean it. any surface damage can decrease the value by tens of thousands of dollars. Always check the S mint mark below the date. If the doubling is there, you have found a top-tier investment piece. Next on our technical list is the 1992 Close AM Lincoln Cent. This coin is what numismatists call a transitional variety error. During the production shift in 1992, a small number of pennies were struck using the reverse die intended for the 1993 model. To identify this coin, you must use a magnifying glass to examine the reverse side. In the word America, the feet of the letters A and M must be practically touching. Furthermore, the designer's initials, FG, are located further away from the memorial building compared to the standard 1992 strike. In terms of financial valuation, this coin is a powerhouse. A specimen graded as MS67 Red by Professional Services has achieved an auction price of $25,850. Circulated examples, which are still being found in pocket change today, regularly trade on platforms like eBay and heritage auctions for between $2,000 and $5,000. Because millions of 1992 pennies were minted, the Close AM variety remains one of the most profitable targets for cherry pickers and roll hunters. Its value is expected to rise as more collectors enter the market seeking transitional errors. Finally, we must discuss the legendary 1913 Liberty Head V nickel. This is not just a coin. It is one of the most valuable objects on Earth by weight. Technically, the Buffalo nickel was supposed to start production in 1913, but 5 Liberty Head nickels were mysteriously struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The market history of these 5 coins is extraordinary. Each specimen is accounted for and has a nickname, such as the Eliasberg specimen or the Olson specimen. In 2018, one of these 5 nickels sold at a public auction for $4.5 million. Previously, in 2010, another specimen broke records by hitting the $3.7 million mark. Even though there are only 5 known, the possibility of a 6th specimen existing has kept the numismatic community on high alert for over a century. The technical specifications include a weight of 5 grams and a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. If a new specimen were ever authenticated by PCGS or NGC, its market entry price would likely exceed $5 million, making it the ultimate crown jewel for any global collection. That's all for today's high-value analysis on COİN. Make sure to double-check your change jars for these rare technical errors. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe for more expert coin data. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Happy hunting!